Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
Eastern assassin Larry Holmes, perhaps one of the most underrated and underappreciated heavyweight champions of all time. He's got plenty of power and one of the best jabs in the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, this multi-time heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Manchester, England. He'll beat you down and then sing to you afterwards.
Todd, can you spot the reach difference? Can you spot it? Look at that.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Easton, Pennsylvania, here is one of boxing's all-time greats, the heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Easton Assassin, introducing Larry Holmes. Fighting out of the blue corner from Manchester, England, and standing at 6 feet 9 inches, here is a sensational heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time.
Todd, it's one of my favorite venues. You can't get a better place to fight.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. And that's the opening bell, round 1. Misses with the jab. He just misses with that jab. That uppercut misses. Assassin in some trouble here. Looks like they've shaken it off.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
That counter punch caught him clean. Well done with that counter shot. Perhaps the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Nice counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Holmes in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. There's the bell for round 2. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Counter punching. Beautiful counter shot. He prevents that left uppercut from scoring. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Nice counter. A perfect counter lands. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
It's a flat-footed fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut him off. Cut the ring off, make the ring small. Put him on the back foot, put him under pressure.
Perfect counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Go back out there. I need you to win this round.
There's the bell for round 3. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Catch and shoot. There's the jab. It doesn't score. And he just missed with that left jab. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Good counter punch. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Missing with that jab. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. There's a counter shot. They exchange punches. How about that time counter shot? They both want the knockout. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
There's the bell for round 4. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Swing and a miss with that jab. Swing and a miss with the jab. Missing with the hook. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
And miss with the jab. threw the hook, didn't land. Lucky that hook didn't score. But hold it right there. Tyson Fury just got buzzed. His eyes don't look good. Body language, down goes Fury. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Let's talk about Fury in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
I love the risk.
Time for the 5th round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
You hear that old phrase? Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
I need to see that again.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. They stopped the hook there. Whoa, Larry Holmes on the back foot. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
I don't know who's got the advantage here after both men tasted the canvas in that round.
And they were heavy knockdowns too.
You had everything in the bag. And now you get
Yes, I like that round. Good round. Feel good? Good man.
about it. All right, let's go out there and let's reset.
But you're still landing your power shots. Good luck. Don't forget the jab. And don't get carried away.
Yeah, go out there, you win this next round for me, kid. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off. I need you to switch back on. Get focused, get your mind back on the job, get back out there and win. Don't...
A few body shots in there a little bit. Just vary it up a little bit so you can't figure out.
It's a terrible round, that is. Come on. You've let him back into the fight.
Not much yet. Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear and he'll start tiring you.
Your lead. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back to...
No free shots. Keep smart.
The referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather.
Don't let him come to the fight. Great round. Now, I don't want you to look.
And there's the bell to start round 6. That jab doesn't score. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Let's see that again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Oh, Larry Holmes now in some real trouble. And it appears they weathered... Whoa, wait a minute! And that will do it. What a victory! You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could... You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen.